Alright, let me pull back the curtain on this whole Y chromosome drama. Because honestly, the internet's been buzzing with headlines that make it sound like male extinction is just around the corner. And trying to make sense of it all kind of feels like watching a soap opera. Only this time, lead character is a microscopic strand of DNA. Will it really disappear? We'll grab some popcorn. The answer is as weird and tangled as a family reunion where no one agrees on who was supposed to bring the potato salad. So, here's the big genetic elephant in the room. Yes, the Y chromosome has been losing genes over time. That's not a rumor, it's science. It now holds only about 3% of the gene content from its ancient past. Meanwhile, the X chromosome is still rocking 97% of what it started with. It's like the X is the responsible sibling, and the Y is the one who dropped everything except the bare essentials. But why the shrinkage? What's going on here? Well, there are a couple of big reasons. First, the no recombination problem. Most chromosomes exchange bits of genetic material during meiosis. That helps them refresh and fix errors. But the Y chromosome skips this step. Most of it, especially the non-pseudo-autosomal region, doesn't recombine. It's like a tiny island where mutations pile up and no one comes to clean up the mess. Then there's the sperm production treadmill. This one's wild. The older the father, the more likely new mutations show up in his sperm. That's because sperm are made constantly throughout a man's life, from dividing stem cells, where divisions mean more chances for mistakes. The Y chromosome spends a lot of time in that risky zone. Meanwhile, eggs are made early in a woman's life and just wait around, so fewer mutations. Basically, the Y chromosome gets more wear and tear over time. So yeah, I get why people think the Y is on its way out. Like, will it just vanish? Will we sit around one day wondering what males even were? Not so fast. Yes, the Y has shrunk. But the rate of decay is slowing down. And here's the big twist. The genes that are still on the Y, they're super important. They're essential for male fertility and sexual development. Some of these genes are part of special pairs that exist on both the X and Y chromosomes. These are called NPX and PY gene pairs. And they aren't just sitting there doing nothing. They control how lots of other genes behave. Even tiny changes in them can throw everything out of balance. We're talking about genes like ZFX and ZFY and DDX3X and DDX3Y. They control thousands of other genes and are involved in RNA metabolism. The Y chromosome basically got rid of the fluff and kept the VIPs. According to current research, the Y chromosome will probably not disappear. The idea that it will is most likely false. And the idea that men will go extinct, that's just fantasy. Although I won't lie, sometimes the thought of men going extinct sounds oddly peaceful. But no, biology has other plans. Still, just for the sake of curiosity, what if the Y did disappear? Does that mean the end of males? Actually, no. Biology adapts. It's clever. If one tool wears out, it just finds another way to get the job done. Some rodents, like mole voles and spiny rats, have already lost the Y chromosome, and they're doing just fine. They found other ways to determine sex. The real key player in male development is a single gene on the Y called SRY. This gene kicks off the process that leads to male gonads. Human fetuses, by default, start off developing as female. The SRY gene acts like a switch that redirects the path. And sometimes things get weird. Some people have an XY chromosome setup but no SRY gene. That can result in Swyer syndrome, a condition where someone has a female body but a male chromosome pattern. It's one type of intersex condition, and a reminder that biology does not always follow clean rules. Even stranger, the SRY gene can move on to the X chromosome. When that happens, someone can be genetically XX, but still develop as male. Most of the time, they're infertile, but sometimes they're completely functional. In rare cases, even XX individuals with the SRY gene can be fertile females. Yes, really. So the idea that chromosomes alone define sex? That's looking more and more outdated. And when it comes to essential genes, most of the non-male specific ones already have backups on the X chromosome. The Y might look stripped down, but what's left is the good stuff. There's strong evolutionary pressure to keep a roughly 50-50th sex ratio. That means some form of sex chromosome system is going to stick around. No, we probably won't stop having male and female categories anytime soon. That's about as likely as me teaching quantum physics to my cat. Fun to imagine, but not happening. So in the end, Even though the Y chromosome has lost a lot, what it still has matters a lot. The whole end of men thing. That's not in our biological forecast. Biology is messy, creative, and full of surprises. It always finds a way. We're just way too complicated for a simple ending.